enum set. So enum set is very fast. It's very it's not synchronized, so it is pretty fast, and it works on enumeration, and it's faster than hash thread. The reason for that is that all methods in this are implemented using bitwise arithmetic operations, which are pretty fast. Okay, so how do we define enum? What we do is we write enum and then we give it a name, and then we bracket open and close, and then we add whatever the elements separated by uh, whatever the things we want to add. We can add like this also, not an issue. Okay, so once that is added, then in the main method we can see that what we are trying, ignore this one. So how do we create it? So we write it enum set, then type is lang because we're using a lang over here. So and then equate it to the here we can see. So here all of function. Okay, here we're creating a new enum set using enum. So using the all of function, you can see that the params it takes is element is the class object of the element type for this enum set. So class it takes. So lang dot class we can take. Okay, lang dot, once we write C, takes automatically takes. Okay, class. So the whole class of this will be stored here. Okay, when we try to print out langs, this one we'll get this value. Okay, and then how do we create an empty enum? We do this and then none of, we use the none of method over here. So you can say none of lang dot class, and here we mention it as empty. Here we define the type. So here type is lang that we're trying to access here, enum set. The type of enum set is lang. Okay, and when we try to set print this one, it would come as empty set. Okay, over here we can see. So basically this one has removed nothing is there of the lang class. Okay, then we try to range. If we want to put it in a range, we use the range function, and then we give the first element and the last element. So how do we know that we put first and the last element is, here we can see that it takes two arguments from range E. Okay, and E2. So from where to where we want. So I mean, if I try to cut this off, if I try to show you, so it takes two values. Okay, E types. Okay, so lang dot class has all the elements, so we're just giving few elements over here. So what we have given is lang dot C sharp and lang dot Python. We're giving from lang dot C sharp to lang dot Python we want to print, so it would print these three values, and what it has done is it has printed these three values. Okay, now as we have printed this, so we have got this. Okay, and notice that this is also a type, and first we write this part of the sentence, and then we equate it to the whatever the output of this is. So we can see that the output is an enum set initially contains, so it returns an enum set. That's why we have equated it to enum set. Okay, and then we have off method. So what off does is off you can create different methods out of it. Like if you have a few elements, okay, so if you want an enums to create enum set of one of these, okay, or two of these and this, so or three of these, so you can create a separate enum set of these. So you define here, and then you can create a number of enum set using this off function. So first we'll try one. So it has only, this has created only one enum set, and when we try to print it out, it gives us Java, which we had given over here. Okay, so here it would also give you other elements as well. So if I try to print Python, it can give me Python as well. Okay, because it has created enum set of type of one element, which is Python. Okay, so it gave us Python. Now I put multiple. If you want to put multiple, create an enum set of type lang, and then we want to create multiple of multi an enum set having multiple values of this type of this these contents, so we can mention it in the of method. So here off are different types of methods. So off also, if I try to print this off, I can show you. So here off also has different kind of method, 2, 3, it can take different type of methods. Okay, so it returns an enum set. Okay, that's why we will equate it to an enum set. So here we have given 3 elements to this and then multiple, and we're printing it out. So we got 3 elements out of it. Now there is add and add all methods. So what happens is, if you have an enum and you want to add elements to it, so definitely you can do that using that. So here we have created, and here we are creating class lang.class, and it has all the elements which are there over here. Okay, so yeah, so and then we create empty mentioned it khali. So you set none of, so this would have none of the elements. So if I try to print out this khali now, it would give us is empty. See, you can see that it has nothing right now. Khali, if I try to print, it has nothing. Last we printed this. Okay, and now we are having this. So khali printed was 0. So now what will this do is, let me add this. So if I try to print this out, notice that after this 0 is coming, and then after this, yeah, after this, when I've added this, if I try to print this out again, so I would see an entry after this, which is Java, right? Because I've added this khali dot add and then lang dot java. Why did I add lang dot java? Because it takes an element of type. Okay, it's present just to ensure. So it returns a boolean basically, but we are trying to print it out, so that's why. Yeah. So lang.java, it got added to the khali, and then when we print khali, it printed it out. So and it takes a variable of type e, element whose presence in the collection is to be ensured. Yeah. So what are the collection enum set here is adding? So this takes e. Okay. And if we want to see here, add function verify Python. So where will add Python? Okay. Add semicolon. Where it will have Python. Okay. So that's how it works. We have Python over here. So that's why it takes one of the elements. Whatever you want to add, it will take that. So coming to the next part, add all, would add all the elements of lang1. Here lang1 has all the elements of this class, so all these elements will be there in this lang1. So basically we are adding that into the khali, and when we do that, we print out the khali element after adding this. So we see that everything is added here. Now how to iterate? So we use khali, whatever the enum set is there, dot iterator. Enum set is khali, here lang1. Okay, lang1 is there. Lang1 we had created, which had all the elements, or dot iterator, and equate it to it. So either you can use the for loop, or you can use the, so for here lang, the elements would be of type lang. So lang e colon, then lang1. Okay, and then we print out the e. This is for each loop, and then while it dot has next. Okay, and then that print it dot next. Okay, and this doesn't matter. So once you do that, this would create something like this. Yeah, so since this is print and not println, that's why it's printing after that, and then create a new line. So after this print, there should be a new line. Now remove, how do we remove? So out of any that enum set that you create, you can delete the values. So how do you do that? So basically dot remove lang.python. So when you try to remove that and you try to print it out khali, we see that the Python got removed from here, and remove all would basically remove all the elements. Okay, so this is enum set. This is pretty much easy, very easy, and yeah, that's it from our side. See you around.